back to another episode of Steroids Are Good. Yeah, a little longer break than we anticipated, but yeah, getting back to a weekly schedule for you guys. So, with the exciting action that happened in the playoff games this weekend, we wanted to kind of react to those, give our predictions for the conference championships and everything. So, Dex, end of the road for your Bills Mafia. So, what did you
Yeah.
think of the ending of that game? Did you want the overtime rules changed after watching that, or?
No, no, I'm good with that. I'm old fashioned. I'm purist. I like it the way it is. I believe it was a couple years ago with Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. 2, 3 years ago, no, about 3 years ago, that happened with Patrick Mahomes. He didn't get the ball back. We all felt like KC would have beaten New England if Patrick Mahomes had the opportunity to do it. And so, nah, I'm good with it. Like Bills Mafia stand up, we do what we had to do. Josh Allen looks like a purebred, thoroughbred Super Bowl MVP quarterback when he gets the opportunity. I just felt like that day they had the ball. I mean, do I feel like it shouldn't be like handled with the coin flip? Um, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the ending. Like, no Bills fan should hang their head low. Like, honestly, you guys shouldn't. We shouldn't, because we had an amazing season. It was an amazing game. It was by hands down the best fucking divisional football weekend I've ever witnessed. And so, just every game decided by a field goal or in overtime. And so
Yeah, yeah.
it was great. No, no, it was amazing. What did you think about it? Did you think that the overtime rules should change? And how do you feel about the Bills' defense? I mean, you are from New York.
Yeah, I mean, what do you call? I think the overtime rules are fine as they are. With the way that it's set up right now in football, you'd either have to be something like, like this. I think is the correct way because if it's just when both teams get a chance to score, then let's say both teams do score touchdowns again and again, right? And
Yeah,
eventually it would have to come to a point where it's just like we're just taking turns making drives and like scoring touchdowns and stuff like that until
yeah,
one
yeah.
person stops, and then it would be like, oh, they didn't win for this reason or whatever. So to kind of stop that from happening, just, the first team that scores the touchdown wins. I like that for overtime. I think that's a perfectly fine rule. I'm fine with that. As far as the Bills defense goes, I don't know, man. It was just like, I think at some point you can only do so much. You can only like
Yeah.
play up to a certain level. And if, some players just have a superhuman night the way Patrick Mahomes was having, then you can't really do anything about it. So, yeah,
I
the
got
Bills defense has been really good consistently over the past few years under Sean McDermott and Leslie Frazier, their head coach and defensive coordinator there. So, they have a lot of talent there, but, it's Patrick Mahomes. He's maybe the best quarterback alive right now. So, with everything that's with everything that's going on there, I don't think you can really stop him. It's like it would be similar with like a really good offensive lineman versus like um, Aaron Donald or something like that, right? You can be a good offensive lineman and someone who's like just the best at his position and incredible and just a superhuman talent like that can just overcome that. So that's what I think. What did you think of the Bills defense?
I'm making this face because it's Patrick. I mean, he's the most talented, quarterback I've ever seen in my life. Is him. Probably I put Dan Marino over Aaron Rodgers, and then probably Aaron Rodgers. Talent wise, just pure talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but as far as him being the best, I'm
Right now, I would say right now.
really, because honestly, I
I would
felt
say,
like Josh Allen outplayed him that game.
I mean, did he? Yeah, I mean, he did get less than 13 seconds to get a field goal drive, man. Come on.
Yeah, he did,
It
but
wasn't
like
like he started at like the 50-yard line or something like that either.
I love my Bills
You
Mafia,
just
but I'm just saying,
they
like, if you're
they
really
were
thinking about it,
doing
bro,
everything to stop him, and they weren't able to, right? I mean,
it's
look at the
not
way that
it's
he
not like they couldn't
acclimated this
stop
season,
him.
right? I mean, his like the whole like two high safety defense, right? That was created to stop that Chiefs offense, pretty much, right? That type of offense that they run, and they still managed to overcome that. He's still like. His stats weren't what they were like his first couple of years, but look at what he did. That's again, the defense didn't play that well, but that's been a top three defense over the past like few years. I think they were the best defense in the league this year, and that's over a longer sample size than one game. So yeah, I think that right now he is probably to me the most talented quarterback and
Patrick
the best quarterback.
Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes is barely making my top three, but he is not the best quarterback in the league, homie. He's
I mean,
not.
hey, Josh
I,
Allen
I'm
would have.
if you take the if you have fucking Tyreek Hill, I mean, come on, we seen that play. We seen him right going across going across the flats in the slant,
Josh
and
Allen
go
has a
and
Stephon Diggs.
then he ain't no Tyreek Hill though.
He's not. They're not the same type of player, but they're both like really good receivers.
He ain't no fucking Tyreek Hill.
But they're still very good receivers.
If you have Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill, the Bills would have smashed the Chiefs.
You don't know that. That's a different world. What if Tyreek Hill slips and gets hurt in that game or something? That's a completely
Then
different
the
world.
Bills
We can't
would
know
have
what
won.
would happen there.
I mean, statistics is statistics, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's Patrick. I mean, he's talented, like no joke, no joke. But after witnessing what the defenses were throwing at him during the season, and actually like really looking at him, how he's a little bit. I mean, he's a gunslinger, right? He's
Yeah.
more Brett Favre than I don't know who the fuck is a game manager. Alex Smith, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
He's more Brett Favre than Alex Smith, but I seen him do some weird stuff, and honestly, Josh Allen laid out a motherfucker to where he had to go to the, after he ran for like I think it was like 4-13 or 4-3, whatever. So is he really the best quarter? I mean, we got a pool. I mean, we're blessed now. We're really blessed with
Yeah.
football with all these different quarterbacks. I mean, the AFC is gonna be ridiculous. I'm an NFC dude myself, but the AFC is stacked. It's stacked like no fucking other. I'm telling you. And so, I mean, this would be a hot debate as it goes on. But is he really the best, most talented? Yeah, but the
I
best
mean,
quarterback.
he's been. I mean, look, I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, since he's become a starter, has been in at least the championship game for 4 straight years, right? They're going to be the favorites to go into the Super Bowl, which would be going to a 3rd straight Super Bowl for him. That's like some. I don't think you can. I don't think you can be that good without like as a team without having like a really good quarterback year in and year out. That's all I'm saying, right? It doesn't matter how good the plays are and stuff like that. It doesn't matter how good X, Y, and Z is. I mean, they had
That's a
Tyreek
fucking
Hill.
lie. That's a lie.
They
bro.
had, like, good-
Explain Jimmy G.
What?
Explain Jimmy G then.
Jimmy G is like a competent quarterback that Kyle Shanahan fits into his offense, right? But
Competent.
yeah, he's competent. Look, come on, throws. He's been throwing picks. Like someone was making
That's what I'm
a
saying.
joke
Explain
about
Jimmy
how,
G. You said
someone was making a joke about how like Jimmy G is like a what do you call? The worse he plays, the better the Niners get, or something like that. So
Yeah,
if
they
we
have to
see
win
him
in spite
throwing
of
3
him.
picks against the Rams, then I guess the Niners are winning there. But yeah. Like I think he's more of a system quarterback than Patrick. I think Patrick can be good in any system.
No, yeah, I
I
agree with that.
think you need like a really good defense and a really good like running game and stuff like that to complement Jimmy G and to like kind of accentuate what he wants to do. Like, and they have that there, but I don't think the Chiefs have that. I think the Chiefs have their passing game. That's the cornerstone of that team is their passing game and Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. But you said you made your argument was Patrick Mahomes has been AFC Championship, and you can't have like a shitty quarterback. I'm like, well, how the fuck do you explain Jimmy G then?
no, I'm not saying that you can't have a shitty quarterback. I'm just saying 4 years in a row to go to the conference finals, 4 years in a row. You have to be really good as a quarterback to do that, I think.
That's
But
gonna
Jimmy
change
G
now,
hasn't
though,
been
bro.
there 4 years in a row. Jimmy G
But
hasn't been there 4 years in a row.
Yeah,
he got
that's
there
gonna
once
change, though.
with a couple of years in between and stuff like that.
That's gonna change though, bro.
How do you think it's going to change?
Bro? There's so many different quarterbacks now in the AFC.
Yeah. I mean,
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
it's possible, but we haven't seen that yet. I mean, we've seen
Joe Thorough. We're gonna see Justin Herbert. We're gonna see Justin Herbert on the rise. We have Lamar Jackson if they decide to, give him somebody.
Yeah,
we still have. We got Patrick, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think Derek Carr is a okay quarterback for that offense.
He's
I
fine.
just
He's
think-
not. I would say him and Jimmy G are probably at a similar type of level.
No. Derek Carr's better.
Derek Carr's better, you would say?
Yeah. And I hate the Raiders, but Derek Carr is better than Jimmy G. I'm sorry, but not sorry. But what I wanted to go down was, what I really want to know is how surprised were you that the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Tennessee Titans?
I mean, I was predicting that the Titans would win, but I'm not super surprised. I just kind of was like, if it's Ryan Tannehill, what else can you say? It's Ryan Tannehill
Right.
at the end of the day. And Derrick Henry was like hurt and stuff like that. But, I think we've seen again and again that, the way that the NFL is right now, the way that the rules are, the way that offenses are and set up to be and stuff like that, you ultimately, at the end of the day, you need some sort of threat at the quarterback position that people will take, at some level, right? That people will take seriously at some level, right? Jimmy G's not great, but you can at least we've seen him do things before where whether it's winning with the Patriots, whether it's that streak he had as soon as he got to
The Niners.
the Niners. You know, we've seen that it's dangerous. Like it's what do you call? Like it's possible to be like good in that way, right? But you know,
Yeah.
we've seen again and again these like quarterbacks who've been stifled in the playoffs that had really good regular season teams, right? We've seen guys like Blake Bortles, like 1 year when they had like a good running game, he was like stifled
Jacksonville.
and they weren't really able to do anything. You know, look
Yeah.
at all the talent that the Steelers have, and Big Ben wasn't able to get them anywhere, right? This year, you know, this limited version of Big Ben. Fuck him,
Yeah.
by the way, retired. Good for him, piece of shit. And then what do you call? I forget his name right now. Oh yeah, Tannehill right now with the Titans. Right, we're seeing that like a few years in a row, just consistently. They have good receivers. They have a good running game. They have a good offensive line. You know,
Yeah.
and they still like haven't been able to get over that hump. I think they need an upgrade at the quarterback position. Is what I'm saying.
No, of course, of course. I
If
think
you were Aaron Rodgers, would you rather go to the Titans or to the Pack or to the Broncos? I'd rather go to the Titans.
I will go to the Titans too, only
Yeah,
because if you bring a championship to Tennessee, it's you'll be like Aaron Rodgers in Tennessee, basically. It's be so big. Like honestly, they had Steve McNair.
yeah, yeah.
It got disappointed that there were so many big disappointments. I believe they were in the AFC Championship game or Divisional Championship game, and they was winning, and then a team ran it all the way back for them to win that game and kick him out going to the Super Bowl. And then so I know that it'd be a big deal. He has Derek. I mean, if it was my choice, if I was A-Rod, I would definitely go to the fucking Tennessee Titans. They're
Yeah.
ready, bro. They're ready. Their defense is ready. Their offense is ready. They just need, and they get him. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers go, then we're gonna have a different conversation about Patrick. I mean, that'd be a big ass shift. And then, but my biggest thing, what I'm thinking about right now, there's a quarterback that we're not talking about, and I mean, it's well deserved that we're not talking about him because if he did any of those things to those women, he doesn't deserve to be talked about.
Hmm.
But the thing about it is, I do want to know what do you feel about Deshaun Watson maybe going to the New York Giants if he's able to fits what's going on with him legally wise. Would you want him? I know you guys as owners said that you guys don't really feel like it's in the right direction at this point, but how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't want him either, to be honest. I just think that, you know, there isn't, I don't know that there's going to be, like, necessarily a conclusive way to prove that he didn't do it or did do it or something like that. And if something
Yeah,
comes up again in the future, right, I think any team is going to be hesitant to trade for him. I honestly think that at this point, his career might be more or less over because, you know, looking at, you know, he's, like, not wanting to settle right now. So this might go to all the way to court or something like that. You know, who knows what happens there. You know, eventually, I think it will be settled, and he is going to have to pay those women. So maybe I don't know. Maybe at that point they would let him come back or something. But I just think that if it was like one or two people, like something that happened with Kobe or something like the thing that happened with Kobe, right? I think there's a way to say, oh, you know, he just kind of wanted to get rid of this problem. That's why he paid her off, et cetera, right? But when like 20 different people accuse you of that same thing, I think teams are really going to be kind of wary of that and wary to committing of that, especially at the quarterback position, is what I think, right? And then I
mm,
also think that, specifically for the Giants, there was a kicker on the team, Josh Brown, a few years ago, who there was a
yeah,
domestic violence situation with him, and they kind of like ignored it and let him stay on the team until like the media got news of like the situation with his wife and stuff like that. And so that kind of brought, you know, I think the owners were a little ashamed of that. So I think, especially for the Giants, there's no chance of Deshaun Watson. And I just, unless there's like some sort of settlement or revelation or something like that, I just don't see it happening for Deshaun with any team in the next like year or two. I
okay,
think his career might be over at this point, to be honest. Like I think the Texans and every other team are kind of just operating as if like he's kind of like you can't they can't expect him to be there. Pretty much is what I think anyone was
yeah,
thinking. Yeah,
yeah. Well, hopefully he gets to be back. Hopefully everything. If he didn't do it, hopefully that's proven. If he did do it, I mean, the court of law will be able to prove it.
yeah, yeah,
And just I just want to know what you thought about that. I'm not going to touch on that because there's nothing. I mean, he's innocent till proven guilty, but he's still guilty until proven innocent, and also. So I'm not going to go
yeah,
down
yeah.
that road. One of the biggest takeaways from this divisional championship was my Niners. Gang related, not really, but gang Niner gang. We beat the Green Bay Packers, and not only did we beat them, we had an ugly ass game at Lambeau. It was snow, it was cold, it was 13 degrees, 0 degrees with a wind chill. We held Aaron Rodgers and company to 10 points, And the suckiest thing about I mean, to be let me just go ahead and rub this in, because to be a Green Bay Packer fan in Wisconsin, or Aaron Rodgers like fan base in Chico, California, that I have to deal with a lot. Um, I'm so happy that you guys lost. I'm really really happy. I'm really really happy because all this shit y'all talked about Aaron and all this kind. I mean, he's a good quarterback.
I'm
I already
really
said
happy the Cowboys lost. I feel similar to you. I feel really happy that the Cowboys lost. The worst guy I knew in high school, like one of the worst, was a Cowboys fan. So very
that
glad
was
to
so
see it.
beautiful too. That was beautiful. You know what? The Niners are you guys' mercenaries to break your hated team's hearts. We did it to Dallas. We did it to Green Bay. And you know what? I have a barber. That's my boy. We're going to do it to the Rams too. I'm just gonna let you know why. First of all, we're better than you.
Does your
Second
boy
of all,
hate the Rams, or is he a Rams
he's
fan?
he's 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 a Rams fan,
Oh,
and
okay.
I love him because the thing about it is the Niners. I knew that we was going to gain that traction. I knew that we were built to beat Green Bay. Everything Green Bay was about, we were built to beat. And then I did. I mean, I did not know we were going to beat them in that kind of a way.
Yeah,
I thought we would have it more toward the run, which we did, but it was a really slow game. But the thing about it, long story, Debo Samuels is legit the truth. Like there's no ifs ands or buts about that. I give that man his money, give that motherfucker his money now,
yeah, yeah.
because I've never seen. I mean, I said Eric Bolden, but he is something special, and that special teams defense was amazing. It was a beautiful game for me. I mean, the Niners keep having me on my edge of my seat, but they still win. I think in SoFi they'll take it. I'm gonna do an early prediction. I know we might do it later on, but my prediction is going to be 35-28. The San Francisco 49ers. It's not gonna be. It'll be a slugfest. It's not gonna be the last fourth quarter heave that KC and
Mhm.
the Bills did. But you guys will see. But yeah, how did you feel about the Niners beating the Green Bay Packers, my friend?
I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good win for them. I expected the Packers to play a lot better, but the way that the Packers just kind of let the Niners hang around over and over and over again in that game, just not really able to get anything going after that first drive. It just kind of felt like there was still a shot, there was still a shot, and there was still a shot for them, and then by the end they were able to convert that. So yeah, that was a good win. I am kind of rooting for the Rams because one of my best friends from when I was a kid is a Rams fan, and so I'm kind of rooting for them for him, and so hopefully for so that he's happy, I guess. But yeah, Rams
I'm your
are
friend. Why you not going? I'm your friend. Why would you not root for the Niners?
yeah, but it's
Are you like my friend to me, bruh? Like, what's up? Oh, it's okay. I'll be
yeah,
texting you bullshit too.
yeah, yeah. I have a hard time rooting for Bay Area teams, man. You know this. You know that.
I know, I know. That's crazy. And then what
Yeah.
else? What other division? There was another divisional game that I didn't even pay too close attention to. Which one
Um,
was it?
the Rams and the Bucks. There was the Bengals and the Titans, the Chiefs and the Bills, and so I think we covered all of them. Yeah. So who do you have in the AFC then? You have the Niners advancing. Is that a head pick or a heart pick, Dex? Do you in your Is that like something that you just like factually think, or is that something like as a Niners fan, you're letting that get ahead of you? Where are you going with that?
I'm objective. I'm an objective person. As we all know, I'm the most objective one out of the two of us. And so it's a head and a heart pick. And
Okay.
it's kind of like I got to say my face pick because I picked them to go to the Super Bowl
Super
in
Yeah.
the beginning of our predictions. And so yeah, that's what it is. And then for the AFC, I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They haven't proved me otherwise. I mean, they haven't shown me anything else. Like I said, I knew that he was every time Joe threw it to Jamar, there was no
Yeah.
missing it. And so I do believe the Bengals can do it. Am I scared of the Chiefs? That's why I'm saying that. Hell, fucking no. I'm not scared of the fucking Chiefs. I just think that you know if you have one thoroughbred quarterback and Josh Allen did what he do, I believe Joe Burrow is even better than him. To be honest with you, and
Hmm.
will be better than him in the next 2 to 3 years. So I feel like it's going to be a different situation. So that's my thing. So that's who's your pick for the super out of these uh, the conference champions?
Just to keep it interesting, I'm gonna go the opposite way as you for both teams. I'm gonna go with
He was going to do that anyway. That's a safe
yeah.
pick.
I'm gonna go with Chiefs and the Rams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've
Okay.
had a feeling about this Rams team. This whole year. They've been really good. The addition of Matt Stafford, I think, has really unlocked that team. So yeah, I think that I think that they have a solid chance, and Chiefs of Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, they're always gonna have a chance.
I'm high on Patrick, but I'm pretty high on Joe Burrow, and I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Matthew Stafford unlock the fucking Rams, and I like that Rams. The Rams are in the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Yeah, and they look like dog. That wasn't even a fun game. That wasn't even like an exciting game to watch. That game was awful.
Yeah, they let Tampa Bay come back. Tampa Bay almost came and turned that out, but
Yeah, yeah.
I give that. Oh, talking about Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. Thank you for your service for the 20 some odd years in the NFL. I think you're going to retire.
I
Uh,
think he's gonna give it one more year and then retire.
a farewell season. A
Yeah, yeah.
farewell
I
season.
think that's what he wants. I think that's what the NFL and the media wants and stuff like that. Every
Hmm.
game, just imagine like, the way that they did with D Wade with people like giving him like swapping their jerseys and stuff like that. Every team like kind of doing their whole Tom Brady, your last chance to boo Tom Brady in a game or whatever and stuff like that. I don't think that they're
Yeah.
going to pass up on that. So yeah, I think one more season is what I'm anticipating for Tom.
Oh, okay. And then okay, let's cut the bullshit. I'm just gonna talk about what I feel real quick. I'm calling an audible.
All right.
Barry
Yeah.
Bonds should have gotten to that Hall of Fame. I'm telling you right now, cut the
Yeah.
bullshit
Yeah.
out. I've been waiting for this for the whole time, and I want our fans, the roid ragers. This is steroids are good, by the way. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
how. So we already baseball is a pile of shit. It's been a pile of shit for a very long time, and for them not to let in Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens is a travesty to baseball, a travesty to American sports, and it's a travesty to just overall the viewership of the MLB. And I'm gonna tell you why. Barry Bonds, prior to him suggestively doing steroids, was already a Hall of Famer. Am I wrong? No. I believe he was a seven-time Golden Gloves champion with the Pirates. Before his head got big like a milk dud,
Mm-hmm.
he was already doing all these kind of base stealers. He already had 213 walks in one season before. There's been
Yeah.
so many different things that Barry had. He already had a Hall of Fame career prior to him allegedly going to were using steroids for the Giants. If you guys want to relate, it's kind of like if you had Kobe wearing number 8 and Kobe 24. Both, if you were to separate the players, they both had Hall of Fame careers. Same thing goes for Barry Bonds. That's the same exact way. If you want to put in that kind of perspective, that's what it is. Roger Clemens, amazing pitcher for the Yankees. I know you know about Roger Clemens, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys, regardless of the fact of the baseball purists and enthusiasts, let's be real. In the 70s and the 80s, they were taking meth. Nobody stopped the Hall of Famers. I think there's like 11 Hall of Famers in there that was in around in the 70s and 80s that was
Mm-hmm.
in meth. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens never got tested positive for using steroids. Let's just put that out there too. They never tested positive. They had a negative look. It was a negative outlook on them because they didn't talk to the media. They were not like viewer friendly. Because you guys really think about it, David Ortiz was around the same exact time, and he
Yeah,
got
I
in.
mean, he's been he used steroids too. I'm pretty sure, right? I think David Ortiz was like known to have used steroids too. So
Like, come on,
it's
man.
just like yeah, there's no
And
consistency there at all.
there's
Yeah,
no consistency. And then honestly, you guys say keep the integrity of the game. If everybody's using steroids in the baseball league, then that means it wasn't really a clear advantage. Like, oh, Barry Bonds just was hitting it out the park. Well, it's called fucking grown man strength.
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
might not know when you get older and before you hit that decline and before your testosterone and you got to use that genetics like what the big whatever his name is hit.
Hmm.
Uh, you get strong,
Yeah,
and he got stronger. Like that's what happens, especially and also when you get older, it comes good with age. He might figure out his mechanics are better, how to hit the ball harder, whatever, whatever. And even if he did use steroids, so fucking what?
I mean
Who gives a
everyone did at
fuck?
that time. So
Everybody did. Who gives a fuck? I mean,
yeah,
move
yeah,
move it across the street, move it in a different like place in the Hall of Fame. But he does. You cannot have the home run king and one of the best pitchers of all time not be in the Hall of
yeah,
Fame
yeah,
and say that you can't do that. So fuck you guys, and then put in David Ortiz.
yeah, yeah.
Fuck baseball. I am totally done with baseball. I don't care if the Giants did win anything. Buster Posey retired. So you know what? Fuck baseball right now.
All right, and then What else was there? I did want to ask you something. Oh yeah. So the NBA All Star starters were announced today. What did you think of the All Star starters? I
I
thought
mean,
Draymond should have been in there instead of Andrew Wiggins.
yeah, I did
Yeah.
too. I like Andrew Wiggins, but not that much. Draymond, I mean, it's your same starters. I mean, it's not nothing really positive. I don't really pay attention. To be real with you, I don't even look on Sunday too much. I see who's playing, but it really doesn't. I really don't give a fuck. It's more about Saturday night. You know, the skills, the 3 point, the slam dunk
Yeah. Yeah.
competition. I'm almost done with that bullshit too.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
really care about All Star stuff that much at all, to be
it
honest.
really, I mean, it's good to do that. I mean, I like to see who gets the Kobe Bryant All Star MVP trophy because it
Yeah.
has Kobe's name on it. Guy Russell, I think it was a couple days ago, a day or two ago, where this is his 2 years of him being gone.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers go out to him and his family and to the other lost ones that died in that helicopter. My hearts go out to, my condolences out to you and your families.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think that the All Star game, whatever. I mean, it's nothing to really play for. Like maybe if it was like home court advantage for the finals, maybe
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was for something that I really gave a shit about, then it would be. I mean, it's nice, but I think YouTube and just the internet have made everything so available and so easy to access. Like I'm not really like ooh and ah. You know, if I want to see
Yeah.
like
You
the
don't need
best
an All Star
dunker.
game or a dunk contest to see cool dunks. You can just go on YouTube and watch like videos of that all day if you
Yeah, the
want.
dunk league, bro. Like they
Yeah.
don't ooh
Yeah.
and ah me when I see them do the dunk contest. I mean, hands down, Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine, they could do shit that the people in the dunk league could only
Yeah.
fathom to
Yeah.
do. But the thing about it is, like the rest of them, they're not showing me something different. So it's kind of like if I want
Mm-hmm.
to see, they're doing dunks that I seen 2 years ago in the dunk league. So I'm not
Yeah.
caring
Yeah.
about that. And then the 3 point competition, I mean, it's not really all that hard to figure it the fuck out. It's Steph, Clay's in there. One of those two motherfuckers are going to get it. And then anybody else, it's like Stephen Clay and everybody else, right? And then the
Yeah. Yeah.
rookies and sophomores don't give a shit
Mm-hmm.
because I don't see them after the rookie and sophomore game. That's pretty. I mean, other than John Morant now, but I
Yeah.
really not really too enthusiastic about it. What else? I mean, in the sports world, there's so many stuff that happened. AB, Antonio Brown trying to go to the fucking Baltimore Ravens. Stay the fuck away from Lamar Jackson, motherfucker. Stay away from my quarterback, bro. You stay away from my quarterback. I don't give a fuck if Hollywood Brown is your fucking cousin. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
Antonio Brown has no fucking loyalty to nobody. He would drag you. He was staying in Tom Brady's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stayed in Tom Brady's house, bruh. You go sit there and act like Tom Brady. Well, if Gronk got his bonus, I'm pretty sure, Tom, if you would have stayed long enough, motherfucker, you would have got your catch bonus too. But it's, oh, this and this and that. But the motherfucker kept you in his house. And you gonna turn your back on him? Like, come on, man. And you think you gonna hurt my quarterback? Antonio Brown, I'm telling you right now, stay the fuck away from Lamar Jackson. He does not have a publicist. He does not have his mama is like his agent.
Is it?
He's
Yeah.
he's humble. So you stay away from my
Yeah.
boy,
We
bro.
talked about that before. He needs to get an agent.
He needs to stay away from my Antonio Brown. Stay the fuck away from my boy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
And then what else was there that we wanted to talk about? Let's see.
LeBron
So,
James closed his eyes to shoot a free throw like Michael Jordan, and guess what? He airballed it.
uh,
I just wanna put that out there.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, you look it up. It's on YouTube, bruh. It's on there. He was sitting there talking shit, closed his eyes to shoot the free throw, and he airballed that shit.
Mm.
I just want to put that out there, just in case you guys don't know.
Do you think they're
That.
gonna trade Westbrook or?
Oh yeah, let's do one more. Let's do Westbrook, and I got one more thing to talk about.
All right.
For Westbrook, no. And
No.
this is why. And this, let me tell you why. Russell Westbrook has been on 4 fucking teams in 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
The first half he starts off slow, but he takes time to get him acclimated to the team, and he comes
Mm-hmm.
on stronger in the second half. And I bet you that's what they're thinking that big bet is. And then with Anthony Davis coming back, he could do a low pick and roll and either attack the basket, because if Anthony Davis shoots like how he did 2 years ago, like what he was doing in the bubble with that fake championship that he won, he could stay
And
out.
that was a real championship. Come on, man.
Bruh,
That's not
it's
necessary.
a tournament.
That's not
championship.
necessary. It's not a tournament championship. Everyone was playing. They're all tournament championships.
If
What are
you don't
talking
run it
about?
back, if they didn't run it, I told you. Look it
No,
up, you
I don't
guys.
believe in that at
If
all.
they didn't run
I
it
said
back.
that I don't believe in that. So, you can consider it whatever you want. It's real. Sorry.
Your favorite boy, let's just go back because
He's not my favorite. Chris Paul is
Your
my
fav-
favorite. What
no,
are you
no,
talking about?
No, your favorite basketball player of all time, James Harden, shows
Huh.
a little bit disgust with the Brooklyn Nets. So how do you feel about him being traded to Philly for your boy Ben Simmons? And do you think he'll happy this year or next year?
That seems, I don't know, that all seems fake to me. I don't know why he would necessarily want to leave the Nets for the Sixers specifically, right? I mean,
Daryl
it's not
Morey,
like,
Joel Embiid,
why does he
Tobias
care
Harris.
about Daryl Morey? Like the
That's
guy,
his homie. That's
the,
his
guy-
GM.
that's his GM. Who cares about his GM? Is it really going to be like the GM is going to make me do this? If you're talking about coach, maybe I would be like, you know what, that's the coach. You
Doc
know, you
Rivers.
talk to each other every day. Doc Rivers, ain't nobody give a shit about Doc Rivers. Come on, bro. Like Doc Rivers is the guy who destroyed Ben Simmons' trade value right now by talking all that shit about how he can't be on a championship team or whatever. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you can't have that guy be, like saying stuff like that, man. But yeah, I just don't see it. I think I don't know. Philly, I think, has zero leverage to make a move for James Harden. Like, if he really wants to go there, then maybe. But like, I just don't see without his desire to go there, them needing to trade him, right? Because he could go anywhere. If he's a free agent, right? Even if he doesn't want to be in Brooklyn, he could go anywhere he wants to, right? So unless he specifically wants to go to Philly, and Philly is the one destination that he wants to go to, I'm not buying it. Is what I think.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm definitely buying to this
I mean,
news.
I wouldn't want to be around Kyrie Irving either. So I get where he's coming from.
Kyrie Irving is a point saint. You get that? He's a point saint
He's
because he's
he's a
very
he's a
that
selfish piece
point.
of shit. That's what he is.
How you hating on Kyrie, bro? He does his business. He does.
He's the
That's
saint of being a selfish piece of shit. That's what he is.
he.
I really want the Nets to play the Raptors in the first round and then get beaten because Kyrie can't play the whole time or something like that. I really want that to happen.
You are one selfish piece of shit.
I'm selfish. Sports
How
is
you
about
deserve?
sacrificing and stuff like that so that your team can win and so that your team can do the best that it can possibly do. And fucking Kyrie Irving, this little guy is too scared to get to get a shot, and he's so scared that he doesn't want to sacrifice for his team. All right, man. He's a selfish one.
So if let's make a bet for our Steroids or good fans. I want our Roid Ragers. I want to make a bet with Prashanta live on air. If the Niners do win
Uh-huh.
and beat the Rams, Prashanta, the next episode has to say, "Bang bang Niner gang, what's up?"
Okay.
And if I lose, what?
I'm thinking.
And you better not say no bullshit. That does have nothing to do with the. It has to be within the same sport. Yeah, I know what you were thinking. Don't do that.
I'm thinking. All right. If the Rams win, then you got to say that the running game is not as important as the passing game, and it's not ever going to be as important again.
Ooh. Okay, that's gonna hurt me. I was a running back in my heyday, but like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say it if the Niners win. So, but the Niners are gonna win, so I have no problem saying that.
yeah,
We
yeah.
want you guys to like, subscribe, do some comments, tell your friends about us. We was gonna do some shorts. I'm gonna get the shorts out. We're gonna do more content. I promise you guys. I will make sure because I did get hit up by a couple of our listeners via email
Oh, wow.
that our actual iTunes listeners, our actual podcast listeners, that there hasn't been any podcast for a minute.
Mhm.
And so yeah, definitely we're gonna get that out for you guys' long drives and stuff. So yeah, I mean, deflated balls. We haven't did that in a minute. Deflated ball goes
You
to
kind of gave it to
Prashanta.
baseball.
Yeah, fuck baseball right now. Fuck
Yeah,
baseball forever. Tilbury Bonds. I mean, they have opportunity. They have
yeah,
opportunity
yeah.
at the end of this year by I think it's 12 panels to get in there. They better do it. If you guys don't do it, it's gonna be a fucking problem with me again.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Leave us some questions if you want to ask anything, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye,
All right,
everyone.
see ya.